So I am back home after the end of the game. After the actual game, I just felt very deflated. But I was kind of collecting my feelings and also chatting to a couple of other Welsh supporters. I felt throughout probably like the first 35 minutes of the game, kept thinking, we can pull this back, we can pull this back. I've seen us pull it back. And then we had, I think it was like 2 or 3 line-outs in a row, right by our own try line, and we just ballsed it up. We went for a line-out move that was too complicated, got done for obstruction, and that was it. Unfortunately, the Scotland backs outclass us entirely. The only position that they don't is scrum half, and if you're playing Lakey George on her best day, then her and Helen Nelson, in my opinion, are here and there. 11 to 15, we were completely and utterly outclassed. I think it's really hard to judge Lakey's performance slightly. She had some really good touches, some really good kicks, but the midfield wasn't working, the wings weren't working. Nell Metcalfe was, to be honest, probably the bright light, but she just didn't have any support. There were a couple of times once or twice she made a line break and there just wasn't the support that she needed. But yeah, it's just a bit deflating. I think the fact that that was our first game and now we know, we're not going to win against Canada, and Fiji now is looking like more of a battle than it was, but we know we're not going to go through. And that just really sucks. And now I'm going to have to write it on this whiteboard. We'll say players at the end of the game still turned up for the fans. I've got to say a big thank you to Captain Kate, who signed my Captain Kate shirt. This is upside down. But yeah, players gracious as always and had time for everybody, even though they were absolutely gutted. The person that I have to say really stood out to me after the game, which in my opinion is almost just, well, not just important, but an important part, was Maisie Davis, who really showed a maturity way, way, way beyond being 20 and her first ever World Cup game. Yeah, I just hats off to her being incredibly mature. Really says a lot about who she is as a person, and I think that's going to be somebody that we watch not only as a great player in the future, which we knew, but like leadership material. So yeah.